Day 14. The evil awakens. It's awake just after sunrise. And I feel pretty good, so getting the day started. I'm a lazy backpacker. I don't want to get the spoon out of there. It's not that much trouble, so I'm drinking the Carnation Instant Breakfast or Breakfast Essentials and eating the cereal, the granola, dry, because I don't feel like getting the spoon out. Oh, this was a lovely little campsite. Wish I'd gotten here enough time to enjoy it. But such is life. There are only like 9 hours of sunlight, and too much of that is spent in camp or in the hotel room trying to get ready. But I'm off. Hooray. Up to 15 miles today, I think, is the campsite I'm aiming for. There's a section I might skip of walking through a swamp floodplain, which does not necessarily sound like fun. It doesn't sound like it's agony, but it doesn't necessarily sound like fun. I think it's dry, so it's not that bad. Okay, away we go. Weather reports are a double-edged sword. It's nice to know what's coming up so you can prepare for it, but it also gives you plenty of time to start dreading it before it even arrives. In Friday, Saturday, 4 days, it's supposed to rain maybe about half an inch, maybe a little more. I don't know. I don't know what that translates to here in Florida, and I'm kind of dreading it. There's no place for me to hold up in a hotel for a couple of days around there when I'll be there, unless I do it like tomorrow, and that's just too early. And maybe unlike other rain that I've experienced, because it's going to be like 68 degrees and raining, so it's not going to be cold. So it's going to be wet, maybe wet and chilly, and I think I can deal with that okay with what I have. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to try not to, freak out about it too much. Back to trail. Found it. I decided to not do the creek bed thing, floodplain. There's plenty of opportunities coming up for that, and I frankly just don't feel like it today. Solving the puzzle of getting through is kind of fun. There's a small, tiny section yesterday that I had to do that for, and it was kind of cool, but I didn't feel like doing it today. What the point of this is, on this little road walk, is that I think my tendonitis problem, the trick, or at least part of the trick to solving it, is to use the trekking poles. Used them all day yesterday, and last night and overnight. It was so much better than it has been in the past that I think that's the primary cause, is not using trekking poles. And it might also be that I tied my shoes a little bit too tight one day and bruised a side of that tendon from just, walking. So that's that. And the other thing I've figured out how to not stress about things about is the rain in a couple of days. Is if on my usual pace, I'd be walking through a forested section. You can find a section which is forested up and down against a creek, might be wet, and I don't want to do that in the rain. And I'll continue to check the weather forecast. So I need to do that the day after the rain, rather than trying to speed up and get through it in the days ahead of the rain. So I gotta stop up ahead and figure out how I want to do that. Maybe want to plan on Sunday, day or night, I'm not sure, in a spot in the campground where I might be able to have a fire. I might just hole up in the tent for the day and have a relaxing day on trail. So I might do that Saturday night and just spend all day Sunday in a tent with a fire. That actually sounds kind of nice. I don't know if I have stuff to build to make a fire out of wet wood. I know I don't have my usual Vaseline-soaked cotton balls to make a fire, so I'll have to figure something else out. There are lots of pine needles, so that might be part of the solution. So, not so much worried anymore, just sort of planning for it, and got to get to a certain spot by a certain day, and it's not as far as it could be, so it means an easier couple of days. So, it'll be fine. Well, I took a break, figure out where I want to be Saturday night before the rain starts. And 40 miles up the way, 41, 42, something like that as well. There are campsites that seem that they might be a good spot to spend an entire day in camp. So that's what I'm aiming for, and that's actually that's a good distance. I find hiking math hard, so I can't really tell how many miles per day I have to do right now, because I'm in the middle of one day, and that just always confuses me. How many nights is that? I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get to camp tonight in about 9 miles. And hopefully there's cell service, so I can actually determine whether or not these sites are good enough for what I want for a potential all-day in camp stay. One of them is a reservations needed. I don't know if it's primitive or if they have fire pits or what they have. I'll look for that when I find internet. Surprisingly, this is the first time I have difficulty finding internet. Oh, and it's chilly down here. Ooh, look, a tree. Duck under this tree. Ha. Oh boy. Okay. So break was good. Got some things figured out. Not panicked. Just sorted out, I think, as best I can 4 days in advance. Nothing to say, just video the trail. I'll get about a mile to camp, maybe a little more. Pretty sure it's a little more because my math is wrong. But this is what I'm walking through now, and it's pleasant. I finally saw a people today, driving a truck on the road I just had to cross. And there's camp. Yay, almost 14 and a half miles today. Nice. 5 hours and 10 minutes of walking. So, oh look, pedal benches. Cool, okay. Camp time. Tonight's the first night on this trip, not in a hotel, that I don't have to worry about my batteries freezing or the filter freezing or anything like that, or getting too cold or whatever you want to call it. So finally, and I've unzipped the bottom of the quilt so I can stay a little bit more comfortable instead of too warm. Only going to get down to like 49 tonight, so excuse me. I've been hiking in cooler weather than that, so it's going to be a nice night, I hope.